Hello everybody, welcome. We are back once again. So the topic of discussion happens to be the UFC 204 event that just happened, with the main event, the main card was Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson. And let me tell you everybody, these two gentlemen were just incredible in the octagon. That event was so explosive. You have Dan Henderson. Wow. All I can say is a true champion, a true warrior in this man. He's had such an impressive career, and I'm seeing that he's supposed to be retiring, that this was supposed to be his last fight in the UFC, and I'm not sure what else is going to happen with Dan Henderson. I just know that this was the last time that we'd be able to see him in his in action again to fight in the UFC. But he put on a very excellent performance. He said it, he did it, he went in there, and he did. He knocked down Michael Bisping a few times in the octagon. His striking power, punching power is just still incredible. Even though, a lot of people were playing had little comments about, his age and how, he's the oldest fighter in UFC history. He's like 46 years old. And for me, I still believe that 46 is not like this, like you're just this old man. However, that's how they were projecting him as, like, and even Michael Bisping, he had a few words leading up to this event talking about how Dan Henderson was this old man and that he was going to knock this old man down and all this type of stuff and knock him out. And he almost got knocked out himself. Dan Henderson, he came in there, and before they even met up in the octagon, during the hype of the event, they, the earlier press conferences that they had and so forth against each other, Dan Henderson, he kept saying, hey, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to knock you out again. And he's like, I don't know why he, picked me to fight, but hey, I'm open to this challenge. But to me, I'm just going to do what I did before. And so, Dan Henderson came in there, and that's exactly what he was doing. He came in there still fresh, still strong, and just really threw some heavy power blows to Michael Bisping's face. And if you all saw Michael Bisping's face at the end of the fight, even Michael Bisping, he even said the same thing. He was like, man, this guy just kicked my ass in there. And he did. However, Michael Bisping was able to pull the win. He was able to come out on top, and a lot of people are saying that that was it was that Dan Henderson got robbed and all these different things, and you could say that. I mean, you could argue that fact. I mean, if you looked at him and you looked at Michael Bisping at the end of the fight, you clearly see that Michael Bisping, he took a hell of a beating, and it was from this old man. It's the so-called old man, and Dan Henderson. This so-called old man, Dan Henderson, beat him, oh my goodness, almost to death in the ring. And but I have to give Michael Bisping credit, his respect, because he was able to withstand all that, given the fact that he almost was clearly a few times knocked out. But he was so determined, and he literally, like I was just, seeing that he really was fighting for his life in there against Dan Henderson, because Dan Henderson was not holding any punches. He was really hauling he was hauling his ass to really knock Michael Bisping out again, and he almost did that in the very beginning of the round, the first round. I tell you, it was a really exciting fight, all in all, and I definitely want to give a congratulations to Michael Bisping. He is still the UFC middleweight champion of the world, and I want to give credit where credit is due with Dan Henderson, who was able to continue to do the damage, continue to have strong, punching power and striking power. I mean, the guy is just a true champion and a true warrior. And, he's had an awesome career, just like he said. And he can't just walk away from this competition feeling really defeated or anything like that, because he is the winner. I feel like he won because he definitely proved the point in the fact that just because you're 46 years old don't mean that you don't have it. I mean, he knocked Michael Bisping around that octagon like you wouldn't believe, as if Michael Bisping was a like a bobblehead, but like I said, Michael Bisping, I have to give him respect. He literally was in there fighting for his life, scrambling to get back on his feet, and he was not going out, and he literally looked like he was willing to fight to the death. And if you saw him in the end, his face was just, oh my goodness, he got a lot of damage there, but he was able to withstand it and come back still doing what he can, but he just, he wasn't able to find that range to knock out Dan Henderson. And so it did go to a decision, and like we all know, you all know that he ends up winning and over Dan Henderson. And but like I said, Dan Henderson, you are a warrior. You are a true champion. You're just awesome. It's awesome to have been able to see your last and final fight. He's got it, people. Hendo's got it. So with that said, everybody, if you like what you heard, punch the thumbs up below and subscribe. And I have some other topics and things that I'm going to be sharing in a few. But definitely hit that like button and subscribe, and even, share some comments of what your thoughts are of the fight between these two guys, and how you feel about it, and your reaction to the overall result of it. I'd love to hear your feedback. So one love, respect, and take care, everybody.